When we get up in the morning, along with coffee, toast, and cake. If you're like the old Stone Roadie, you like to wake and bake. Now let's join Craig, Reed, and Griff Martin as you head out on the road. So sit right back, buckle right in. It's a Wake and Bake Morning Show. It's a Wake and Bake Morning Show. It's a Wake and Bake Morning Show. Good morning.
The Stoned Roadie Show, podcast number 176. Wake and Bake, the Morning Buzz, episode number 57. Action. Alrighty then, fellow Earthlings, looky here. My name's Craig Reed, aka the Stoned Roadie, also known on FakeBook as the world's most famous roadie since the dinosaurs roamed the earth. And this is my co-host, the rocket scientist, Griff Martin. And hey, Griff, we got drawing day today, but what are we gonna do? We're gonna wait till later on, or are we gonna do it now? What are we gonna do here, anyways? But
no, I think we ought to wait.
Wait, all righty then. So, what are we gonna talk about till we do the drawing then, there, Griff?
Well, today is kind of a weird day because they just tore the Constitution up in our face, and Mr. T has been convicted, and so you are now officially a communist. So, to me, that's just as bad as the World Trade Center falling. I mean, they're laughing in your face, and like you said, Craig, they're like little kids. They don't get their way. You got millions and millions and millions of people supporting Mr. T, and then so they're gonna take their toy and go home. So, but they ain't anything you can do about it. Or they'll throw your ass in court and throw you in jail. So, but we'll see what's gonna happen next.
People been putting up with their shit for so long. It's just just like, when we're going to get tired of it and stand up and say, no, we're done with this,
Yeah, well.
I don't know. We got to see. But they want everybody to riot in the streets. They want to have another January 6th or whatever. They want to have another whatever so they can say y'all are so disruptive we can't have an election. They're going to do something so we can't have an election. They're not.
Well, they stole it. They already stole it. They just stole it is what they did. Because
they've been stealing it. They've been hijacking the elections for years. They just had everybody Buffalo. Like everybody thought we went to the moon, but no.
Yeah. More and more people are realizing, but nobody can do anything about it. So,
how much do we spend? Millions and millions and millions of dollars do we spend toward the space program so they can make films?
Well, that's probably just another way to steal out of the budget. They're big thieves. And then I saw a big thing where these purple lights. I don't know if you guys ever seen these purple lights in your neighborhood or on the interstates and stuff. And they found out that is a radiation antenna. The guy dissected the whole thing. I mean, just evil crap. I know Griff's a conspiracy theorist, but okay, you'll see. You'll see. Your time's coming.
Well, they're putting metal inside of you, and they're dropping all this aluminum, and it's getting inside you, and then these certain microwaves or whatever, they can they can heat up your body with these microwaves that they got metal inside you, and there's a certain frequency they can hit that'll heat up this metal inside you. And
there's only one thing that's left that we can do, Craig. You ready? We got to do this.
Yeah, I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear it?
Nuh-uh.
You will.
Oh, we gotta thank Zach for doing the Tarzan yell.
Yeah, we gotta thank him for that. Yeah,
that
was pretty good. And that's what we need.
Told him to make it short and sweet because Alan, he didn't have time. He didn't have time to draw that. He didn't have time to draw it out. He had to make it real short and sweet.
Did that sound pretty much like it? Did it?
Yeah, it was just real short and sweet. Da, 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 da. Just real short and sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, well, anyway, we'll get out of the gloom and doom now and get on to business because we got to carry on. If you can't control it, you can't worry about it. So, got a lot of people that sent into the Gene Odom drawing, and but you're not putting your address. It's getting better, and people are saying they can't find it on the supportsurvivors.net page, which it's on there. And that's your homework, is to go find it, and then you can be entered into the contest. And the deadline is going to be tonight at midnight. And Monday we'll probably announce a winner. So then, of course, we got the drawing today, which is going to be really cool. Another drawing today, another winner, and you're going to win what, Craig? What will we be winning? The picture, the painting, poster of the Hell House?
Yeah, we got today. Today is your painting. That's what we got going today. We've given everything else away that we had in the grand prize, and we said we was gonna hold off till the end to give this one away. So,
and then of course the picture of Craig on heroin and a coin that was on the plane.
No, they don't get the picture of the.
They don't?
Yeah, they do. They get the picture of the heroin picture and the kazoo. Yeah, I keep getting confused, but we're all killed away. The heroin. Everybody gets the heroin picture and the kazoo and the $50, and then whatever you win in your prize. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So yeah, and I did got a little further in my conquest here. Got all the documents wrote up with everybody's name on them, and that you won the $50 on the Stoned Roadie show.
Wow!
I got all the documents written up, and all I gotta do is load them up and mail them out. It won't take me that long to do all of that, just. Do it all at once. It's easy.
Yeah, so we're getting there, man. You guys are pretty soon. You're gonna have your winnings in the mail, and it's gonna be.
And people wanting to know, we got the Cousin Figel. We got Cousin Figel's hat that we're auctioning off. His hat there with all the signatures on it, and yeah. I gotta say. I gotta say who all the signatures who all the signatures are on this hat. Mm-hmm. Okay, there's let me get it closer here. That's pretty good. Okay, there's Billy Powell, there's Ian. And this is how they're signed. They're Billy Powell, Ian, Gary Rossington, Dale K. Rossington, Carol Chase, Johnny Van Zant 2004, and he actually signed Johnny Van Zant 2004. He just didn't write JVZ. And Jimmy Van Zant, and Huey T, and Ricky Medlock, Michael Carlone, and then Don Barnes, 38 Special. That's how he wrote it. And then LJ, Larry Junstrom, he just put LJ though, 38. And then there's a couple of unknown, and Cousin Figel can't read who they are, but he thinks they're the other guitar players. But 38 in 2004, and dang, I can't remember their names. I know them, but I can't remember their names. But oh yeah, while we're at it, hey, Yultivore number 53. If you tuned in to see if you won the contest today, you're not going to win today because you won last week. But you can still write me at thestonedroadie@gmail.com and say, hey, man, I won, But yeah, but you haven't wrote me at thestonedroadie@gmail.com, so I don't guess you watched the podcast here since last week. So yeah, so there we go.
Well, maybe she's a juror in the trial.
Now, you don't know if Yultivore, you don't know who that is. We don't want to get that confused. We don't want to, make it like some of the other names we've had confused, like Autumn, I think. Or
no, yeah. Yeah, Yultivore was pretty much explained.
Yultivore, yeah.
Yeah.
That's an odd one, but
yeah, we don't know why it's that. I mean, it could be anything. Well, you got anything else, Craig?
Well, no, just Donald Johnson. He a couple weeks. I thought that guy might have mentioned it, but he sent me this mandala. It's an Indian mandala. I don't think I showed it. He kind of wanted me to show it, and God, I'm about ahead of myself, but I don't really know the significance of these. There's something to do with the colors, but this chief, he passed away, and I guess he was a good friend of Donald's, and he made this special for him, and he told him to make it patriotic, because they don't normally make them with these colors and these patterns, but it's kind of a spiritual thing, and it's a mandala is a symbol of the universe in its ideal form, and its creation signifies the transformation of the universe of suffering into one of joy. So yeah, when I find out more about him, I'll do more research on the Search, who was also the mascot for the Atlanta Braves for a while. So yeah, we'll talk about that later. But that's pretty cool. I like this Indian stuff there. But yeah, a mandala, I didn't even know.
Yeah, well, we could use a little positivity.
Yeah, really. So so that's all I got going on. So yeah, I guess we can get to the questions, or
as soon as the sooner we get through the questions and comments, the sooner we'll go through the drawing, and then we can find out who the winner is.
Yeah.
One more thing that I been kind of like, Crazy Kimmy, she had a great idea about a fishing tournament, and I think that was like an awesome idea, Kimmy. And I've actually been bouncing that off a few people for maybe next year, the beginning of the year, if the creek don't rise too high. Because of course this is a screwed up year. with the election BS. And so I'm going to knock on a few doors and see if we can't get some sponsors maybe, and then kind of take a look at having like a little fishing tournament with some bands coming out and stuff like that. It's a good platform for raising money for the survivors. And I think a lot of people would enjoy kind of like a change, something new that we haven't done before. And it could be the first annual Southern Rock fishing tournament. Let me know what you guys think about that.
And that does not include a fish dinner.
No, you don't want to involve food. we already went through that at Rockin' for a reason. We don't want to make it eaten for a reason.
Hey, but Cousin Figel's, besides the hat, he's also got the flag that Johnny gave to his son in 2004. And I didn't think it'd be necessary to put up a picture of a Confederate flag, 3x5 Confederate flag, but yeah, people kept asking me, "You got a picture of that flag?" I thought it would be like, I haven't shown a picture of that $50 that I'm giving away because I figure everybody knows what a $50 looks like. But anyways, that behind me is the picture of the flag, and this is further confirmation of it. So there's a picture of the flag. So it's just a real nice quality cotton. It's cotton. It's not nylon. It's actual cotton. It's a nice flag. But somebody asked how long he used it for, and I was on tour with them when they gave that to Cousin Figel, and I pretty much handled the flag and the microphone and stuff like that every day. So I would say he only had a couple of those, and I would say that flag was around for at least a year. So it was used quite a few times in 2004. So yeah, it just wasn't a one-off. It was used quite a few times. But that's the picture of the flag. And we've also got a bid on that for $250 at the present time. And we've also got a bid on the hat for $2,500 at the present time.
Oh, we do? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Oh.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we do.
There.
So yeah, that's what Cousin Figel said. He wanted at least $2,500 for a hat. He's got a lot more than that in it. And so yeah, he said if he didn't get that out of it, he'd just take it with him. And so yeah, so yeah, that's where that's at. Is we got a bid for $2,500 on the hat and $250 for the flag so far, and we sold the Ed King signed T-shirt and the Billy signed T-shirt, and we still have the Billy vest, the Lynyrd Skynyrd vest that Billy signed that says "To Joe." And it's a nice vest, though. It's a blue jean vest. It's a bass. It's a nice vest. So we still have that. I don't have it here right handy, so I'd show it to you. But yeah, so okay, enough jibber jabber. What else we got to talk about?
Yeah, I think those are good deals on all of that stuff. In my biased opinion, using Craig's line. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and jump into the comments, which
we had quite a few last week. I don't go over them all, but we had quite a few. Yeah.
It's always great that when the guys come up with good information, questions to ask, because it starts off really cool topics and things, and it gives us a little something to talk about and make some interesting jibber jabber.
Dave the Disciple just said, "I just wanted to check with you, make sure this is Chad's address." And he was over on Normandy Boulevard, and Chad don't live on Normandy Boulevard, so I sent him the right address. And he said, "Well, somebody's been getting a lot of stuff from Chad."
Oh God.
So yeah.
Yeah, that stuff isn't cheap either. And
Yeah, the shipping. My God, every time he ships me something, it's $20, even at Christmas.
Yeah, that shipping, man, that shipping will kill you. And the post office, they're not always good about delivering it on time. Didn't you get like it took you 2 weeks to get that money somebody donated, Craig? That
Yeah, somebody sent me $50 here. He said 3 weeks ago. He says he said because he sent cash. He thought he got lost in the mail. I said, man, people send me cash all the time, and I was kind of concerned about it. And then I finally got it. And then I told my sister about the neg, and I sent her one, and she always insists on send me the money. It was only $15, but she called me 4 days ago and asked me if I got that check yet. And I said no, and she goes, "You should have got that a couple days ago."
doesn't she
So,
live
yeah, I
near
still
you?
haven't gotten it yet, huh?
Doesn't she live near you?
No, she lives down there near you, down in Beverly Hills, Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did not know that. There was a Reed in Florida, another Reed in Florida.
Oh, her name ain't Reed.
Well, she is a Reed.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You know, those Reeds, I didn't know that's where she's at, Craig.
Yeah, that's where she is at.
Okay, let's jump off into the comments here. User. User says, which users always commenting, and I hope you're not laughing about Mr. T because that's not funny, user. I know you don't like him, but that's gonna piss me off. Yeah, he says that he'd like to see a replica of Hell House built somewhere. I was thinking about that too. If somebody could find like a nice creek somewhere, a nice piece of land where there's a creek, and build a damn exact replica of Hell House, and just start a nice little. I mean, they could actually do that at the monument because over there by where Dwayne's got a pond, a really nice pond, and it's kind of peaceful in there. And that, to me, that would be a really cool place to do that. And Autumn the Chick Honecker says she never misses a podcast. And thanks, Autumn.
Hey, are you addicted on them? That kills
Yeah.
people who go, I'm addicted. And people are making it a point to tell me, I'm addicted. You need to do a Tuesday and Thursday show now. I'm addicted. No thanks.
Yeah, it gets tiring, I mean, there might come a time Craig and I might need to take a little vacation and just you guys are gonna get up one morning and go, where's the damn Stone Roadie show? And it's gonna be a best of the Stone Roadie or something. So that might come up soon. Who knows? Especially if I got to go campaign somewhere for my man.
Just pretend we're food. Just go go to the refrigerator and get something else to eat.
That reminds me.
Go to your computer and watch something else on YouTube.
Dave the Disciple.
Go watch Mark Howard's show.
Yeah, there you go.
The Road Stories.
Dave the Disciple said he's got a package on the way to me with some refrigerator magnets in it.
Yeah, he said he's got one sent out to me too, I think.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait. And
I think he said he sent one out to Chad too.
Because I need all the help I can get. I was looking at a pie the other day and almost bought it.
He sent me some decals that said "No fat people." I don't want him to say that, Dave. I want him to say "No fat chicks." That's
Craig's going to aggravate. He's going to aggravate the right way.
They change it from "No fat people" to "No fat chicks." That's the saying. No fat chicks. Craig says "No fat chicks."
Craig, one of the things Craig used to put on Facebook, and it was, I don't know where the hell he got it from, but he says, all you fat girls with your big cankles, and you put a little tiny anklet on there thinking that's going to make it look dainty. That's not working.
They all do that. 300-pound woman's got a little bitty dainty ankle bracelet on.
Craig, that's just wrong, man. That is just wrong, man. You got, I tell you what, you got to have a little meat on your chick. I like a little bit of meat on my chick.
The closer the bone, the sweeter the meat.
And good luck finding one that don't have it. So, I mean, that's just the way it is. That means they cook good. That's what that means. So I'm taking up for you there, ladies. Don't you think I'm like Craig, because I'm not like Craig. I just think it's funny, that's all. Okay, Crazy Kimmy. She likes that song about fat folks, being how we're on the topic. Craig likes to talk about fat folks and cigarette smokers too. And if you're fat and you like to smoke, you might poke a little fun at you. Craig likes to tell it like it is, and it's something that you ought to know. If your feelings get hurt real easy, you better not watch the show.
Yeah, Craig talks about fat folks and cigarette smokers too. So if you're fat and like to smoke, you might poke a little fun at you. Yeah, Craig likes to tell it like it is, so it's something that you want to know. If your feelings get hurt real easy, you better not watch the show.
I actually wrote those lyrics. And the reason I had to put it on the last podcast, because I was actually getting some people that had some hurt feelings, and it was actually done as a disclaimer because, but I put it at the end. I need to put it at the beginning, don't I, Craig?
Yeah.
Because it's a disclaimer, because Craig is a feeling herder. Okay. Thank you for that. I'm glad you like that, Crazy Kimmy. I don't know, you must be a thin lady then. We know you're crazy thin Kimmy, and she likes her name. So we appreciate you liking your name, and you're not sensitive and things like that. Thank you for being a fan, Kimmy, and always having a good attitude and commenting, 15, 20, 30, 40 times on every podcast. We love you. Someone says here they are looking forward to seeing Sue come on the show. Will Chad be on? Well, Sue is Craig's first wife and first ex-wife. And yes, Chad will be coming on. That's his mother, and Chad will be coming on. And if people don't know, Sue was around all of those guys that were in the original Lynyrd Skynyrd band, and she was the only woman that we know of that ever spent the night at Hell House. And she's got a lot of great memories that we're going to she's not going to be like Craig, because she's not a stoned wife of the roadie. She's just, a wife of the roadie. So we're going to see what we can pull out of her, and more to come on that. We're not sure exactly what day she's coming on, but we appreciate her coming on and having a great attitude coming on with her ex-husband, because, we all don't always get along with our exes. So that's very nice of her. And Chad is working on that. And we're going to give you a little update on that as soon as we know more. It's in the process. One
story I'm kind of curious if she remembers, when John Butler, he was one of the band guys that worked for us. Gary and Dean and Ronnie Caruso were all down at John Butler's, which was just right down the, like I said before, I lived like here, and John Butler lived like here, and Dean and Ronnie lived like here, and Dean lived over here. And Gary was over there, and John called me and goes, "Craig, we need some help. We got some guys come in, and they beat up John and stuff." And I told Sue what was going on, and so I said, "Don't call the police, whatever you do." So I went down there, and they were shooting guns, and there was gunshots going off. Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know. I don't remember if they were blanks or whatever, but they were shooting guns, and Sue got freaked out and called the police.
Anyway.
Yeah. Instead, I got down there and John's acting like he's all beat up and stuff, and I get upstairs and it turned out to be a great big joke, you know. They're yeah. So we all sat down. We're all smoking hash, and all of a sudden we look out the window and there's places surrounded by cops. and, and I go outside. I open the door and I get there's like 5 cops got guns on me, and I went, "It's a joke, man. It was a joke." And they were, "Yeah, it's a joke, buddy. Come on down out of there." Yeah. I was
kind of like when you and Alan were on your way down to Miami, and did you get pulled over by the cops or something?
We ran out of gas.
Yeah, that's right. And you had
and
all
back
that.
then there wasn't no cell phones or nothing, you know. So yeah.
And then you had a bunch of weed and stuff in the car.
Oh, we had bottles of whiskey open, and we had cocaine, and we were smoking pot. We had every drug known to man with us. And the cops were all over that car. They saw the open bottles of whiskey and everything.
But they liked the car.
Buick, man, it was a nice car. But yeah, the cops were. The chief was a big car buff, man. They all showed up. Oh, I love this car. It was a nice Buick, 39 Buick. Yeah, Gary had. I don't wonder if they still have it.
Yeah, that would be nice to know about that.
Yeah.
I'd like to see.
I wonder
you
if
got any pictures of it?
Do with those, with the Mercedes and the Buick and the. She had a Jaguar. She had a bunch of cars.
And a bunch of guitars, too.
Yeah, 75 guitars.
We still need to get with Brandon Campbell and get him on the podcast and let him tell about it. Brandon, if you're watching, man, let us know when you're ready, man. Come on and let us know what's going on with that. And, you know, that's a really good, knowledgeable guy about everything Skynyrd. A lot of people are asking about how's Wheelchair Chuck. You know, he's kind of like being a little weird about telling, you know, how he's doing, man. We need to know how you're doing. We're worried about you. You know, we got to get that race going.
He's still in the hospital.
Yeah, I know. We don't know, you know, what's his condition, you know, what conditions his condition is in. So
you see, they're taking good care of him. That's all I know.
Well, he's if you haven't seen all the podcasts, now would be the good time to do it there, Wheelchair Chuck. Because,
oh, I'm sure he's watching. He told me he was watching them when the nurses came in. Yeah, and we were talking about him.
Yeah, and we want you to get better there, man. I don't know if you tore your pucker string doing some kind of dumbbell lifts or what, man, but get better soon. We hope you get better soon. Vance says Craig is a Yankee and Griff is a Southern boy. What a duo, you know? Yeah. And you know what's funny about that is when I was talking to your ex-wife, Craig, and she called Chad up and she goes, "Are you sure that Griff's a rocket scientist? Because he sounds like a hick." Well, all of those guys, you know, if you look back at, like, you know, the movie Apollo 13, and the launch director was just had that country accent like that and everything, and you know, that's what we are. You know, it's us guys that work at NASA all have country accents. I guess it's mainly because of the Houston thing, you know, because that's where the headquarters was started there in Houston. And then Jenny says, Craig, you know, they make an egg cooker that you can just put the eggs in and set it and forget it, and then come back later and they peel, right? The peeling peels right off of there. And she says, Griff, I thought you were a rocket scientist. You can't figure out how to peel a damn egg.
I got one of those egg cookers. You put them in there, and I don't know, it's about 10 minutes or something. I don't know, something
Really?
maybe not even that long. Yeah, you just push the button and you come back when the lights off and they're done. But it don't peel them for you.
Yeah, but it makes the peeling easy to come off, doesn't it? No?
No,
Oh, really?
no.
Okay, there you have it.
No, not like this. No, man, the peeling just falls off. It might make it easier, but no, the peeling just falls
Yeah,
off.
and as far as being a rocket scientist, I'm really not a rocket scientist. Craig gave me that name, but I will tell you this. I do know rocket scientists. And just to give you proof that a lot of them are dumbasses, some of them voted for Mr. B. So go put that in your peace pipe and smoke it. Those rocket scientists, they might know a lot of things about trajectory and chemistry and physics and stuff like that. But I would not be caught dead with one of them stranded on an island, on a deserted island with one, because they got common sense, about I think a monkey has more common sense, in my biased opinion. But yeah, we appreciate that, Jenny. So Craig, he talked me into getting a nag, and I love my nag. And cousin
Figel got
Figel,
a nag.
he got a nag. Somebody say you could use a mason jar, but
Yeah, a
you
little
got to
mason
screw the
jar.
lid on it. With the nag, you don't have to screw the lid on. You just push it on.
It don't have those little nipples at the ends either. I think that
yeah, and you can't break it because it's not glass.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I'm just giving you a little crap there, Jenny. Yeah, user, he says he loves that Alan shit in his pants thing. He said every time he hears it, he cracks up. So you can tell it all you want. It's just as funny every time. Which, he's a human, man. Alan was a crazy guy. And that's another thing that Craig's first wife was telling me. She said Alan was like the craziest son of a bitch that she's ever known in her life. So they broke the mold on that guy. He was out of control crazy. And I'll have to agree, because I have interviewed people upon people upon people upon people that knew him, and everybody says the same thing, that he was one of a kind, crazy some bitch. Yeah, so yeah, I agree with you there, user. It is pretty funny. That's why I wrote it down and brought it up again, because I like to tell it over and over again. Craig, did I shit my pants? Crazy Bob says we have all sharded in our pants at one time or another, and you're a liar if you say you haven't. So I'll agree with that. One thing about Craig, something weird about that is, like, you've had several ex-wives and you've probably done their laundries. Some about men and women, women don't get skid marks in their panties like men do for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why that is. It's just men are pigs, I guess. But yeah, I never.
What was that joke that women don't fart, they poot? Poot. Excuse me, I pooted. I think you shit.
Yeah, but they get disgusted though if you toot, but when they do, they think it's funny. Doug Harris wants to know what happened to all of Leon's hats.
Little Lily got them.
Yeah. Because Lily was going to bring a hat to the Manatee Fest and let Savannah wear it, but he couldn't make it for whatever reason. But his nephew showed up with one of Leon's hats, and but Savannah didn't get to wear it. So, but it was cool because I got to see it, and it was, you could tell, man, that thing was old leather top hat. And I forget what the story is on his nephew there, but I guess he gave it to him. And if you go back to the Manatee Fest podcast, which I can't tell you which one it was, but I'm sure it's marked Manatee Fest, you can see that hat on stage when his nephew took it up on stage and showed everybody. Yeah, that's it's a pretty cool hat. And I know Leon had a bunch of hats. You go back and look at all of the concerts and all the like Nebworth and back in '75 and Winterland and all those things. That was his trademark, like that Bobby hat. How did Leon get that Bobby hat, Craig?
Sally Arnold. Sally Arnold got that for him.
Speaking of which, I have a message into Sally Arnold to try to get her, she hasn't replied. I'm hoping she does. I might have to get you to start working on that, Craig, if I can't get her. I don't know if there's anything.
Yeah, I'll try to message her.
Yeah, see if you can get a hold of her, because, man, how cool would that be to get Sally Arnold on the podcast? Laura Johnson says, you guys be patient with Craig. It's all free stuff, and he'll get it to you when he gets it to you. So just enjoy that it's free. And I do guarantee you, Craig will get it to you. He's just, he's a perfectionist.
I'm working on it. I worked on it today. I worked on all the documents today.
He's a perfectionist, and he likes to make sure that his signature is perfect and it's in the right place and the right color and it says the right thing. And I happen to know that about Craig, and it's a good trait. Trust me. That's why he's slim, because he likes to make sure that his clothes fit just right too. And I've been at Craig's house, and before we went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, he had to steam all of his clothes and get his special belt on, and yeah, it's a whole ordeal over there at the Reed residence when Craig's getting dressed. You got to take his 2-hour bath. Remember?
I use that steamer. I use that steamer a lot, man. On the road, we use that steamer. So it's a Jiffy steamer like you see in the dry cleaner, man. And those things are slick.
It's better than ironing, because you don't have to have an ironing board. You just hang it up and
it's zip zap. They're done. You can steam anything with a steamer.
I actually used to have one of those. I don't know what happened to it, but I could probably get me another one. But I was at Craig's house, and John Neal, his buddy, and we were sitting in there in Craig's where he's at right now, actually, and Craig was going to take a bath, and he turned the water on, and it was running, and it had been running a while, and John kept going, Craig, I think your tub's going to overflow. And Craig's, no, it's not, and then about 5 minutes later, Craig, the tub's going to overflow. No, it's not, and then finally he goes, Craig, and then Craig goes, I've been living here 50 years. I know how long it takes to fill the tub up.
Take 18 minutes is perfect for me. When I turn it on, 18 minutes, it's perfect. It's hot as hell. It's perfect.
See, John didn't know you, though. He didn't know that you knew how long it took.
Oh yeah, 18 minutes is perfect. Yeah. Yeah.
And you also have to have a thermometer. And Chad said you got to have a ducky in there.
Oh no, I don't have a duck.
That's what Chad told me. I don't know, man. Chuck says, "Come on, Griff."
I used up all my Duke. What was that? Who sent me that soap? Duke Cannon soap, man. Great big bar of soap. I finally used it all. It's called Duke Cannon.
Wheelchair Chuck. Yeah, Chuck, he's got plenty of time on his hands, so he can comment about old Griff. He says, Griff, come on. That G-string thing you're talking about is a bit of a stretch. No old ladies are putting tens in there. Well, I appreciate you there, Wheelchair Chuck, even thinking that I really did do Chippendales dancing because I was just playing around. And no, I never was a Chippendales dancer, although I had the mustache, and and I did have the body, which I don't have anymore. But if I'd have thought about it and I could have made some money, I think I might have tried it. But I'm not much of a dancer. I can dance, but I'm kind of like a shit-eating dog. He'll eat shit, but he don't like it. Sometimes you have to dance to get the chick. And now I don't care anymore. I'd rather just not dance. Let's see here. Oh, David Sellers said a little something funny. I think Shelby went from a stonette to a hatchet.
Hatchet.
Yeah, because Shelby's she's dating that Parker Lee guy who's singer for Molly Hatchet, and Shelby's our stonette girl that I found at the monument, and I said right away, Shelby, you are hired. And then she kind of started hobnobbing with all the stars and everything down there in Jacksonville, and she picked her up a lead singer, and now they're walking off into the sunset. They're on Facebook and they're in love, and more power to you, Shelby. I'm happy for you. Keep him in line because, those lead singers, they got, how Ronnie Van Zant was. Before you know, he'll start writing songs about being on the hunt. Isn't that right, Craig?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Oh, Chuck also says, and Chuck, you got a lot to say, man, and I'm glad that you are feeling up to commenting because worried about you. Get Dave the Disciple on the podcast because, believe it or not, he's got a lot of great stories connected to Artimus, which he does know Artemis Pyle really well, and some about Janis Joplin. I didn't know, Dave, I didn't know you knew something about Janis Joplin, man. Did you know her? Or yeah, come on, man. Come on the podcast. I mean, we've been talking about Dave the Disciple, and he's always sending all the cool stuff out. Somebody might want to see your face. Don't be shy. We'll bring you right on. We don't have a problem with that at all. And we still need to get Brian Gibbons on. Craig, you going to get in touch with him and set him up?
Oh, yeah. I'll set you up with his phone number.
You hear that, Brian? We're going to work on it, man. And Brian Gibbons is a guy, he lost a lot of weight. I haven't seen a picture of Brian before he lost the weight, but I have seen a picture of him after, and he's a slim, trim guy.
He lost 150 pounds, man. He lost another human being
on the fat shaming diet.
Oh yeah.
At first, he was mad at Craig.
He wasn't mad. He just, that son of a bitch. He said, what the hell is he talking about? He talking about me? That son of a bitch.
But it worked. It worked.
Oh yeah.
So,
well, he was serious though. I mean, yeah. Once you're serious about it, you have a whole new attitude toward the situation. Yeah. If you're not serious about it, yeah, you think I'm an asshole. But once you get serious about it, I'm right.
Well, even though Craig's tactics of fat shaming have caused probably a lot of people that we don't know of to go jump off the Golden Gate Bridge, we do know that some of them he's saved.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of people that thank me for being an asshole. I woke them up.
And then we got some refrigerator.
I wish my mad magic would work on demi rats. My God, we're in trouble. Gee, many Christmas. People got to.
Yeah, what is it with the purple hair and the demi rat? Are they just?
I don't know.
The red, pink hair, and I mean, I'm sure there's some people that have the pink hair and stuff like that aren't
purple hair, pink hair, yeah, and it's all the women that are overweight, and yeah, it's I don't know. got holes in they got the great big all the holes in their jeans, and they're overweight, and they got pink hair, and yeah, it's a whole package.
A belly shirt.
It's a whole package, yeah.
And they
It's real
identify
trendy, yeah.
they
Real
identify
trendy,
as a they them.
yeah.
But we're just kind of like a little mad right now because Mr. T's getting picked on, so we're sorry about that. We forgive us all on that. We need Jesus for Survivors to come on here and straighten us out because we're getting a little out of control with this shaming thing, and I'm ashamed of myself for it. Tim Fawcett. Did Skynyrd have any recordings that were, or any songs that were never recorded?
Oh man, they went back in the archives. They were looking for a song called Cottonmouth Country, and I don't know that they ever did find the words to that. I don't know, but that was the only one that I ever remember that nobody really knew what the words were.
Yeah.
And then
I remember something like
the
that.
song Whiskey and Cocaine that Alan did, I kind of remember the words to that one, but I don't
know. Mike Neighbor says, Craig, you need a haircut, man. Well, Craig, if you can grow it, man, because I don't have much myself at all. It's but there's always something good about something bad. I don't use much shampoo, so and that's the story on that. A lot of women took a little bit every time. And this is the last question here. Do we do these shows live? Well, of course we do, man.
Well, so I've told everybody we got to do them early. We got to do them. We got to take a couple hours to edit them, and then have them out by 6. So we got to have them done by 4. So we can get them.
We have our routine.
There have been times where it's been 10 minutes till 6 when I'm loading it on, loading it up though. But
but we always seem to pull it off, don't we, Craig?
Yeah.
But there's been a couple times whenever we were watching the podcast and it froze up or some shit, like it might do right now because there's some kind of a problem with the reception here a little while ago. We're going to see if we can edit it out. But
something I said last week, but besides the week before when I said Ronnie's hat had a 120-inch circumference, which is 10 feet. Something I said last week that was just totally off too, but I can't remember what it was.
Well, Craig, let's get to the drawing, man. That's all the questions, and I'm sure everybody's on the edge of their seat to see, who's the winner.
All right. So let me get the number list out here, so I have that in front of me. I've been shaking it up. Baby, now. Yeah. All righty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, there we go. I don't know how to do it. A couple of ways this way. Yeah, that way. All right.
And this is for the normal Friday drawing. This has nothing to do with the Gene Odom thing, so don't get it mixed up.
So here's all the numbers, and then I'm going to pull one here. That's the final one. And what's the number of that one?
That looks like 86. I think that's a 86, Craig. Take a look at it and verify. Yeah, it's
86.
86.
Yeah.
Hey, isn't that kind of close to?
Yeah, it's almost close to what we've been doing. 80 was the last one we had. 86, yeah. 86. I wonder who 86 is.
Yeah.
We'll have to 86 that one.
Yeah, 86 that one, man.
86 that one. That's a funny one, huh? All right, 86. Who's 86? Oh, the suspense. Of course, 86 already knows who 86 is.
Yeah. 86,
oh,
who are
wow.
you?
Look at that. Kind of recognize that name.
I hope it's like an easy name. Jerry Dotson. Jerry Dotson, you are the winner.
Yeah.
You are the baby daddy. Jerry Dotson.
Matt Kelly, you just missed it by one. How about that? Huh.
Yeah.
And Chris Eldridge and Ronnie Drumright, I know both of them guys. Yeah, you're hanging right in there.
Yeah, it's kind of all looped around the same kind of sets of numbers there. Jerry Dotson.
Jerry
Dotson. Cool, man. And Jerry, you can take that Hell House poster and you can go on Amazon and you can get you an album frame because it's the exact same size as an album. And you can get you an album frame off of Amazon. I think it might be, I don't think like it was, you could get like 3 of them or something for $25. I forget how much they cost per. You can also go to the Hobby Lobby has them. And when they have frames on sale for half price, that would be a good time to do it. Is go to the Hobby Lobby. So Jerry Dotson, congratulations.
Number 86, yeah. Number 86, Jerry Dotson, number 86.
And before you go there, Craig, just one more thing. You guys, tonight at midnight is the last chance you have before midnight is the last chance you have to enter the Gene Odom package contest, and we'll find out who the winner is. And I've decided I'm not going to pick it. I never was going to. I'm going to draw it like Craig. I was just trying to get people to suck up to me. But yeah, that's not. We're going to do it. We're going to do it a fair way. So, right, Craig.
All right.
Happy trails.